Alright, so I just wanted to jump on here and shoot a YouTube clip. So it's been a minute since I shot on YouTube. It's probably been since May the 11th, 2024. We're in November 2025, so there's no excuses on why I haven't posted on YouTube or why I haven't created content. It is purely just been from a factor of it not being a priority and it not being something that I wanted to focus on. Now that I'm semi-settled, I have got my routine pretty dialed in terms of what I'm doing with sales. I know what I'm chasing, I know what I'm working towards. Now, the time that I'm not working sales, I want to be putting aside to my e-com business, and I also want to be putting time in the content. Because I know like the most growth, and of course in the future when I do have something and I do have an offering to my audience, at least you guys can see that I've been consistent, and I haven't been consistent. So I'm back, ready to post content and show you what I've been up to. So it's been very busy. I'll just take you back to the start of the year. So obviously back in January. So we had January come around, which was good. I was still at home, and then February I actually moved out. So Nick and I moved into an apartment in Gold Coast. This was like a huge level up, to be able to get out of home, finally making some money with sales. I was still setting at that time, making my like 8 to 9K a month very consistently. So I was like pretty gassed. We moved into a beautiful apartment in Surfers Paradise. So you probably had to find some stuff on Instagram. Amazing apartment. I had that gangster view where, the backdrop was the desk. I had this set up. I had Q1 in the back. It was awesome. At that same time, had Survivor come out. So the year before, I had auditioned as a G. Of course, I got on for there. It was pretty good. And yeah, so I had Survivor come out. Obviously, more followers, a little bit more status. That feeling of like, holy fuck, I'm on TV. Like I've made some momentum. It was pretty cool. But yeah, obviously after, I got off early because I had a hand injury. After that happens, it's like I was back to work. So yeah, we were in the spot in Surface to April. And then had some personal shit happen, which I will leave out of the video. If you know me personally, you probably know what happened. But yes, the personal shit happened, which made me, I said to Nick, bro, let's get the fuck out of Australia. Like, let's take a break. Let's move on. Let's move to a new place. Let's go to Bali, because we had planned to go to Bali in May. I just said, are you down? Let's go now. And yeah, so we wrapped up on the 10th. I had a few things to do with the family, and then ended up flying to Bali on the 20th of April. So, getting over there was sick. I'm in a new country. I'm building. I just moved out of home, obviously, a few months ago. I was in Australia. Now I'm alone. Like, I got to make this work, no matter what. So it was April. Obviously, I was still setting at the time, which was good. Making some consistent income. And then you creep around to May. That's when I started closing. That level up of, now I'm closing deals. I'm no longer just, hey, did you get your Zoom link? Hey, what made you book the call? And it's like, how can I help you today? Okay, it's 5K, it's 10K, it's 20K, let's go. So it was pretty cool, make that level up. Got my first deal done, I believe it was like 14 days, which was cool. It was like a quick 3,800 piff. It was awesome, having that first deal, like that feeling, the boys sparking up the chat, and it was like, wow. And then from there, obviously building the income, I believe that month I did 11.4 in commissions, total income. And then the next month, June, was 13.2K in comms. So this is closing. And then I still had some setting money come through as well. And then that next month, July was 16.7K in comms. This is AUD as well for anyone watching Australia. Conversion rate to the 16.1 is like roughly like 11 and a bit US, which is pretty cool. Obviously you've been in sales for less than a year at that time. Closing some deals, making some money, living in Bali. We moved into a good apartment, and then Jax came through. He ended up moving in. We got a bigger villa, which was awesome. And then around that time, the end of July, we were moved into our new villa. And at that time, I was blessed to meet a beautiful partner, dancer. You've probably seen a few pictures of her on Instagram. So she's here right now. This is the kid working as well. So blessed to be able to meet her, and obviously things now change in myself, in my life, because now bringing someone else in to what we're building, which is pretty cool. So obviously around August was a slower month for sales. Still some momentum, but built some amazing memories with her, and like that was like the priority for the month. I was like, I don't really give a fuck about money. I did 28K that month, like combined income, 28K AUD in the month of July. I was like, oh, that was fucking G. And then the next month, I think I only did like 15K total income. But I spent a lot of time with her. It was really nice. And yeah, and then fast forward into September, because I network with, you know, everyone in the organization I was selling with. The founder and I, we had a chat. We pretty much just came to the agreement. It's like, I know that you're not all in here, and like I know that you're not really in what we're building. You know, you're kind of just floating around, taking some calls, floating around Bali. You know, shit on the moped, whatever he said. And I was just like, cool. And it was another like, okay, let's end it clean. So I got a good relationship, got a lot of respect from him as a CEO and a founder. And of course as a mentor, you know, taught me so many new things around business, different angles, different ways of thinking. We just came to the point, it's like, let's just wrap it up. So yeah, I ended up finishing up with them that last day that I had on the Friday, slapped 2 deals back to back, and closed them in 30 minutes. Like, it was the shortest close time I've ever had. First guy was like 32 minutes, and I think the next guy was like 26 minutes. And I'm talking discovery, pitch, close, and then help with onboarding. All done in such a short amount. It was just slap, bang, bang. Good way to finish strong. Then from there, we Dancer and I went around to Bangkok. Traveled around Bangkok, was good. You know, obviously the city life, it's okay. We spent some time in Phuket. Was really nice to kind of just have a reset, because I'd been in sales at that time from September to September, 2024 to 2025. It's like, obviously, you know, that feeling of like, fuck, I'm not burnt out, but I'm like, same prospect, same conversation, same problem, this is the price, and it just got to the point it gets a bit draining. And then yeah, we ended up spending a bit of time in Thailand, and then came back and I was like, okay, cool, operation, look for a new offer. Let's look for a new opportunity. And obviously at that time, you know, I had the e-com business as well. We've got Adonis and then Power Labs, which I'll dive into another video as well. I'll focus mainly on like the sales story right now. And yeah, so then from there, we came back, started looking for offers, obviously interviewing. Because I was Bali time zone, to work a US offer is not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. But it ended up getting connected with one of my boys, Tristan. Shout out Tristan, we sat together. And yeah, Tristan sent me an opportunity. Ended up having the group interview late at night. And they said, we'll let you know in an hour. And at this time, like, I took the interview, but I was so tired because I'd been working all day. And then I was like, took the interview, smashed it. And then like, we'll let you know in an hour. And I'm so tired. And they're like, I'm like to my girl, I'm going to bed. And just wake me up if I get it. If don't wake me up. Wakes me up at like 2 a.m. Babe, you got it. And I'm like, you wake up, you're like fucking giddy. Let's go. And yeah, so I actually had got it when this is actually before we went to Thailand. So I'd got it before we went to Thailand. And then I was like, I'm going to start at this date. I'm going to spend the time in Thailand, have that reset like I talked about. And then yeah, came back around like 28th of September, ready to have like onboarding, and then started taking calls. So with this offer, the structure is there. You can make some money. The only thing is the prospects we're selling to are African American. And from what I noticed, this is my personal opinion, so if anyone watching this is not being racist, this is just my personal opinion of what I noticed with these prospect types, is like the level of mentality as a victim was so much stronger as compared to when I was working with Australian prospects. So like the victim mentality, so obviously trying to reframe them, loop them, objection handling was so much harder because they were like, I have no money. And I'm like, is that the problem or is that the symptom? And they're like, no, I've got no money. I'm like, okay, can you sell a car? Can you ask a friend for money? Can you sell a kidney? Like, I've got no money. So like really, really different in terms of selling style. Don't get me wrong, made a bit of money. Obviously not the biggest month. I think I did 4.1K, so like 41K cash, 100% cash collected rate, but very, very low deal volume. I think I still got like 10, 15 deals, but sorry, the deal amount, the AVO, these like I was just slapping these 2K deals, so very low. Obviously, you know, coming into where we're in November, you know, got a few more deals done, but in terms of the lead flow, very inconsistent. Like there'd be times I'd have like 10 calls in my calendar, one person would show. And the thing about them showing is the booking channel, which is very interesting. Guys in sales know is the booking channel. They book the call thinking it was an onboarding call. They book it, think it's a roadmap call, like your free strategy, free AI tools, and it's like, brother, I'm gonna charge you fucking 5K. And they're like, what? I thought there was a free roadmap. So like, there's a lot of that happening. And it got to the point where I'm like, I'm spending more time trying to educate them on what this call is about rather than actually taking them through my process. So I ended up filming a Loom video. This is what the video, but even then, still don't reply. So as of today, Friday the 14th, I ended up letting my sales manager know, hey bro, just want to let you know I'm going to be moving on to something else. And throughout that time when I was contemplating this, as you should be doing in sales, you should always keep opportunities on the table. Forever have opportunities on the table, because you never know when you need to bounce to a new one. I'm grateful one of my boys, Lachlan, he connected me with a guy, which is a trading offer. So I had a chat with the trading guy, I think close to the start of this month, had a good chat to him. And yeah, ended up onboarding on Wednesday, all signed in, close, access, Calendly, had a chat with him yesterday, pretty much like the onboarding ramp up call. And I've got my first call in 25 minutes. So pretty quick to be able to jump off that one, jump on a new one. And like for me, I don't like offer hopping. I want to stay consistent because obviously I don't want to get a bad name in the space for reputation. But yeah, ended up jumping on this new offer, and call starts in 25 minutes. So very excited to be embarking on this journey. So this is pretty much just what's been going on for probably since January. Just wanted to keep you guys filled, so I'm going to be posting YouTube content far more often. So feel free to give me a comment if you want to see more videos like this, just raw, unfiltered, no cut, no clips. Let's go. Speak soon.